Singing in a damaged voice. That's what I'll do. They don't give me another choice. It's all that I can do. There's another road sometimes. There's another way through. But singing in a damaged voice is all that I can do. 'Cause there's a song within my heart that I must set free. And singing with a damaged voice is all that's left to me. And you can say all that you want of my voice quality, but even with a damaged voice, the music calls to me. There's no other path in life that I can take. I'm singing in a damaged voice, no matter how I ache. There's another road sometimes. There's another way. But singing in a damaged voice is all I have today. Singing in a damaged voice, that's what I'll do. They don't give me another choice. I've got to see it through.
My right vocal cord has been completely paralyzed for over 13 years now. And for a long time, that made me believe that my singer-songwriter dreams were over. In fact, for a long time, I couldn't talk at all. I worked very hard in voice therapy to regain my ability to speak, but it took me over a decade before I learned to rebuild myself a new singing voice. It's not the voice that I was born with. It's lower, it's less stable, it has a much smaller range, and it hurts to sing. I used to sing high soprano, now I sound more like a contralto with no head voice. There are so many people with disabilities that prevent them from doing the things that they used to love, the things that they used to be very good at, the things that were their livelihood, their art, their passion in life. I may not have the voice that I was born with, but I have worked very hard for the voice that I have. And I am so thankful that after a lot of hard work, I can finally sing again. And just so you know, no auto-tune or other pitch correction was used for better or worse. It's just me and a microphone and a whole lot of recording the same thing again and again and again until you can't hear any of the problems that I have when my voice just doesn't do what I tell it to. There are so many people that get into accidents or experience medical problems that prevent them from doing something that they love. And I have found that most people fail to empathize with someone who is going through the process of grieving the loss of an ability that was part of their identity. I think it's because everyone is afraid that this will happen to them, and they don't want to even imagine how painful that would be. So they protect themselves from that pain by denying and invalidating the reality that others are struggling through. I know that in my own experience, there were many times when I told someone about what had happened to me, and I would say, "That's okay, I could never sing to begin with," totally invalidating my experience because they didn't understand what I had lost. They had no idea what I lost. Just because someone else doesn't understand your loss doesn't mean that what you lost did not have value. A person who could never sing doesn't miss what they never had. Being born with a disability issue of any kind is different from acquiring that disability later on in life, because you have to grieve for what you have lost, and you have to learn to adapt to live without certain abilities that most people take for granted. Through a lot of hard work and determination, I can sing again. Just because I found a way does not mean that most people who lose an ability to do something that they love can find a way. I'm an exception, and I'm grateful for that, even though I would love to have my old voice back. I'd love to sing without pain. I'd love to speak without pain. I will use this voice that I have to share my music with the world, and I will use my experiences with vocal cord paralysis to speak out about the need to have empathy for people who are grieving the loss of their ability to do things that they value just as much as I have valued my ability to sing.